What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Yeah. I said we back. Trying out some new stuff. Yeah. I said we back. Trying out some new stuff. Yeah. I said we back. Trying out some new stuff. Yeah. I said we back. Trying out some new stuff. Trying out some new stuff. Can you guys hear me? Are we working? I'm trying to get this stuff right for you. Listen, I've been doing research and all types of stuff. I don't know why the streams earlier kept going out. Listen, y'all let me know where the sound is here. On a scale of 0 to 10, how clear are we right now? On a scale of 0 to 10, let me know. 10 being ideal and 0. Because I can't hear it. There's no monitor playing back. In terms of clarity, does it need to go up? Does it need to go down? Is it too loud? You guys listen on different devices, so it's going to vary. Like compared, because I've been doing some, I've been working. Compared to past streams that if you guys are regulars, let me know. D, you let me know, because you're a shooter. I trust you. D, do I need to go up or down with the volume? Is it like peaking? Is it too loud? We good? We perfect? Because I tweaked some things with the sound, but some of it's hard to hear unless you're doing it back. Like I can only hear myself talking. Do I need to go up or down, D? Up? Down with the volume? We trying to get this right. I need them I need them buttery vocals. I need the vocals to sound real buttery. We gonna be spending a lot of quality time together. See you later, sweetie. Yeah. So I'm not going to touch it. The volume is good as is. I'm not going to go up or down. Let me know. Do I need to go up with the volume, down, or just right? Y'all let me know in the comment section. We the Stream Kings. Isn't this the perfect specimen of a man? Remember that on Muhammad Ali? Man, hopefully we don't have the lag issues. I tweaked some stuff on that end too, so we should be good there. Yeah. All right, the fan says good. So maybe the little stuff I worked out for a player. Yeah, I mean, let me see where I'm at. Okay. Listen. There's a lag. That new equipment got that top end shit. Man, we trying to put Boxingego back on the map. Ego's army. What news? Well, I wanted to. There's always going to be a lag when you do live stream. That's perfectly regular. But I don't want it to be choppy. No, the lag is fine. I know there's going to be some level of lag, but as long as my mouth isn't out of sync, I'm good with that. It's called latency. See, I be on my shit. It's always going to be a lag. I'm good with the lag. But the thing was, it was chopping, so you couldn't hear full sentences. And on my end, it shows like when it's getting all fucked up. So far, it hasn't showed us getting fucked up. So it looks like we're good. So Fingers crossed. Let's pick up where we left off. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Yeah, we trying to get right for y'all. All the super chats and stuff. That stuff is not in vain. We trying to take it to the next level. Let's get it. Shout out to my dude D. Yeah, it's hard with the live streams because like if it's other stuff, I could play around with it, watch it back. But live stream, this is live, so apologize for the little long-winded intro. But Ego's Army deserves perfection. We got to get this right. We had some issues, so hopefully everything goes good. You know, we're gonna get back to the basics. Let's do a roll call. Wait for some more people to come in, and then we'll talk this boxing talk. Cause I really didn't even want to get off earlier when I got off, but I can't stand the choppiness, and I know people like couldn't hear what was going on. Hey, roll call. Where y'all at? One time. Tell me where y'all at. I need to know where y'all at. Tell me where you from. Tell me where you at. Hey, hey, shout out to Sonora, Jacksonville, Florida. Hey, hit me off with the super. Hitting me up, $2 super chat. $2 super chat, just showing support. Much love from the 415. Much love to the 415. Bay Area, San Pablo. Shout out to Miami, H-Town, 713, Miami, 305. Los Angeles, Quebec. We got Canada up in there. Shout out to Los Angeles, West Palm Beach, Vegas. Hit them with Vegas. Hit them with Vegas. Hit them with Vegas. Drive it to Vegas. I'll hit at the strip. Hit at the strip. Shout out to the Bronx, Orlando. This beat kind of cool. Where y'all at? Where y'all from? Where y'all at? Where you from? Where y'all at? Where you from? I can't wait. I want to do a hot seat because I'm feeling good now. Shout out to Vallejo 707. Say it backwards. Let's get it. I feel like we crispy right now. Shout out to B More, home of Javante, Tank Davis, and Drew Hill. Drew Hill was like Jodeci after Jodeci. Hey, shout out to B More. North Hollywood. We just lit. You are so chill. Gotta meet you one day. Yeah, man. We just do this boxing stuff. We have a little fun with it. He said just join the Ego already wilding. No, we just having fun, man. We just killing the game. That's what happens when you win it. I'm still waiting for Anthony Joshua to respond to Wilder cussing him out on UK TV. That's not good, man. Hey. Joshua. Fight Wilder. Everybody, stop ducking. King Kong. I want to see Luis Ortiz get his opportunity too. Hey. Oh, hey. This sounds like some Drake shit. I told them all the people I'ma do it, yeah. I told them all the people I'ma do it, ruin, yeah. 50,000 on my neck. I don't give a fuck. New media disrespect, yeah. This sounds like some shit Drake would get on. Shout out to people that shout out to people that doubted the beat. Hey. You know when you be drunk at the club, all you do is that shoulder shrug? Hey. Shout out to people that the Grim Reaper. Yeah. I was running through the city with my I'm so frustrated. Okay, let's get it. Mic check. This shit, that beat cool though. Let's get it. We warmed up. Yeah. Let's get it. Yo, Ego, how come so many cucks think Wilder ducked AJ? Listen, these dudes be talking just to be talking. It's very apparent now. It's very apparent. These dudes just be saying whatever. Bottom line, how'd he duck? How'd he duck? How did Wilder duck? What'd he do? And listen, you know the shit they say don't even make sense. I don't think I'm gonna go to LA, people. I really don't. I just got so much stuff to do. I apologize. Listen, initially when I was gonna go out there, I was gonna just go out there for a couple of days and then just bring my stuff. But I just ordered some gear for the channel. I got this podcast we about to start up. You know, I just got so much stuff to do. So I just feel like midweek, you know, dealing with the airports and stuff like that for one, I would really be going for an hour or two of footage and then have to turn around and do it. I feel like that's gonna knock me out. You know, I don't think I'm gonna go, man. I really wanted to go too, but you know, I'm definitely gonna be supporting the fight. But I think it's gonna mess me up if I go, because my whole day is gonna be, you know, am I gonna want to film at 12, then edit, and then rush back to the airport, you know, and come home? Probably not. And then I get a hotel out there. Okay, cool. But then I'm stuck in LA. I'm not, see, listen, we on the mission. We grinding, we working. I'm not trying to, LA is my backyard. That's my second home, you know. So I'm not trying to sightsee. I'm not trying to go to shop, rodeo, nothing. I got work to do, you know. So I think it's going to be too, you know, just too much. I got too much going on right now. But I'll still be covering the fight and all this. Smash the like button before he even speak. You dig? But listen, a lot of these people were hating. They was hating before the fight. First they said the fight wasn't gonna happen. Then when it looks like the fight's gonna happen, then they switch to something else. They say, oh, now the presser's fake. Who cares, bro? Like this is what I never understood. Who cares if you feel the presser is fake? You think they're gonna pull punches when it comes time to fight? Listen, I don't blame Wilder and I don't blame Tyson Fury for respecting each other, because they see what the other person is doing. You know, why would Wilder not respect him? You know, makes no sense. Of course he respects. Of course he's gonna respect Tyson Fury, because that's a UK fighter. He didn't have to fight a massive knockout artist, and he's still doing it. He's still coming back really off a 2.5-year layoff, taking 2 tune-ups and going after a champion. I mean, what's there not to respect? Shout out to Maya. What's up, baby? You know, what do you mean? What is there not to respect? So, yeah, of course, I don't think they're sworn enemies, but when it's fight night, it's fight night, you know? You see Adrian Broner fought Adrian Granados in the past. They've sparred before, you know, before they fought, which is very customary. But Broner was talking shit fight week, you know, getting in his face. But I'm sure when he had him in camp sparring for Maidana, see, some of y'all don't know these little factoids, but when Broner brought Adrian Granado into his camp to help prepare for Maidana, I'm sure they was cool, you know. But that fight week be a different animal. It's a whole different situation. It don't matter how cool we were, you know, all fair in love and war. This is a business, you know. I don't think Wilder I've never got the notion that Wilder hates Tyson Fury, vice versa, you know, vice versa. I never felt that. I never felt like so people are acting like they're faking a promo. No, he's saying what he's going to do come fight night. Tyson Fury's saying, you look like a rat, get out of my face, you're going to miss your shots, and I'm going to beat you. I mean, people making, it's like, even if you want to say the promotion feels forced and all this bullshit that people are running around with, fuck off. Because at the end of the day, what would you prefer? Joshua and Povetkin were really classy. That's great. They was classy as Lassie. But the shit buildup was boring. So, you know, it's like, what do people want? They did this to Floyd and McGregor. They said, oh, it's a circus. Look at this. Why you keep watching? When they go to Canada, you just right there with the fans talking about, oh, you see when Floyd took the Irish flag and Conor took his bag. How you know about that? If it was something you didn't like, why you keep watching? You hated when they're in LA and New York, said the shit was fake. This is the same thing. That's why I know it's fake hate. Because if you really thought, if it was just not your cup of tea, right, then you just wouldn't watch. Like, here's an example. My brother, he's older than me. You know, I'm the youngest. He got me into like hip hop music. You know what I'm saying? Just like listening to the Redmans, the Method Mans, the Queen Latifahs, Tupac. Like, I first heard the Machiavelli album because of my older brother. You know, Biggie, Nas, all that. Das Effect, Busta Rhymes. Y'all gotta listen to that old school Busta Rhymes. He said, "Run up in your spot like my name is Search Warrant." Like that, that old Busta, that rowdy Busta he was a problem. But anyway, my older brother got me on that. Now he's older, music is totally different. He does not listen to rap anymore. And if he does, it listens to like the shit he likes, like throwback shit. You feel me? So that's a perfect example. My brother hears this mumble rap. It's not his cup of tea. He grew up listening to actual lyricism and creativity, like, you know, EPMD and different people like that. You know, people who were talking about something. And he doesn't favor this new music. So he does not listen to it. But these motherfuckers would be like, "Oh, fucking Tyson Fury and Wilder, this shit is so fake. This is so fake. I hate it." You said that yesterday. Why are you watching it today when they're on the boat, you know, in New York? This is so fake. So you just keep watching it to complain. You know what I'm saying? That's how I don't believe. That's why I don't believe them. They do this to my channel. They say, "Oh, I hate Ego. He's so biased. Ego's so racist." But then you guys see Slave It and all these motherfuckers keep coming back non-stop. I can show you my inbox. I got dudes round the clock hitting me up talking about, "Hey, I got blocked. Could you re-add me? I got out of line," or "I think one of your shooters got me." You know, non-stop people asking to be unblocked. You know? So why they want to get unblocked if the channel's so horrible? They're like, "Yeah, I want to be a part of the community," you know? So it's just, I don't believe the people who are saying this. And like I said, just look at it. Joshua versus Povetkin, that buildup was sorry. There was no buildup. Joshua was in his respective camp, letting his hair grow out. And Povetkin was doing whatever Povetkin was doing. And we heard nothing about it until media day, or like 2 weeks before the fight, a week before the fight. At least, even if you say it's fake, at least Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder are entertaining people. You know, singing Ludacris. He's like, "When I move, you move." And he's like, "When I move, you move." Just like that. When I move, you know, they're having fun. Tyson Fury's like, "You look like you a dirty rat," and all this shit. He only picking on me because he thinks I'm out of the game and I'm not the same. Otherwise, he would have never took the fight. They entertaining me. So what's the problem? And I know it's not me because I post a video and people are like, "Man, Fury's a fool. Man, Wilder's crazy." People still complain. So you mean to tell me you prefer a build-up like Anthony Joshua versus Povetkin? That's your cup of tea. So the Wilder shit is trash and fake with Fury, but they're entertaining. But you mean to tell me you like let's do a vote right now. Is there anybody who believes that Joshua versus Povetkin, the pre-fight build-up, right, was more entertaining than 2 days worth of Wilder and Fury going at it? Not to mention what they've put beforehand, before the fight was announced, on their social medias. No way. There's no way. Because there was really no promotion behind it. You know, so I would look crazy to criticize Canelo and Triple G for the same reason and then get mad talking about, "Oh, Wilder, Fury, this shit looks fake." Because at least, fake or not, they're going after it. They're trying to impress or get ticket sales up. Canelo did nothing pre-fight, you know, aside from a couple interviews or something. And it wasn't even interviews with like YouTubers or not, like, you know, it's like ESPN interview, ESPN Deportes or some shit. Golovkin literally did nothing to promote the fight. All right, we're gonna do a hot seat. I gotta get one of these dudes out of here. Okay, full of sports. You full of shit. So take sports out your name and change take the P-O-R-T, the ports off, and then just put H-I-T. And your name from now on is full of shit, cause you full of shit. And I'm gonna get you in this hot seat. Everybody grab your popcorn. So he says Wilder Fury was shit. The press tour is shit. It was boring. So tell me what you liked about Canelo versus Golovkin, which was a pay-per-view, or Joshua Povetkin. The build-up, not the actual fights. The build-up. You tell me. You full of shit. Everybody grab your popcorn. This is gonna be an easy one. You tell me what you like about those build-ups. Not the fights themselves, but the build-up. Listen, Ego's Army, don't refer to him as full of sports. He full of shit. That's his new name. Don't call him full of sports. He ain't full of sports. He full of shit. Nah. I was saying the build-up of Anthony was shit. Man, see, they be backing off the block. We ain't got no hot seat. He changed it. He said it was weak. Y'all better start clarifying what y'all mean, because you know, Ego's Army, we all right, well, he's claiming he meant something else. Listen, you gotta start attaching names to it, because it didn't sound like that's what you're saying, but we're gonna let it slide. You know, we'll let it slide, whatever. But the bottom line is, we all know, if we're being reasonable, that Canelo Golovkin as a fight promotion did not deliver in terms of, we're charging you for pay-per-view. Here's our buildup. Name something that Golovkin said that was memorable in the pre-fight build to Canelo rematch. You like, name a memorable moment. Damn, Jose said, Ego, you promoted the Canelo versus Triple G fight more than HBO. See? What name something Triple G said? Like, that was, somebody said, hey, no, guys. Y'all tripping. Yeah, exactly. Hey, no, guys. He just, and Abel Sanchez pretty much said the same things too. He was like, he's a cheater. He's a runner. Run. Mexican style. He cheated. At least Tyson Fury's in his bag a little bit, trying to find some funny things. He's like, oh, you fought. He said something like, you fought a pack of bums. You really only have 5 good fights. So how's a five fight rookie amateur gonna beat me? He said, because you fought 35 bums out of 40. You know, whatever. He's at least being creative. Abel Sanchez literally said the same thing about Canelo over the course of months, and he was the only one really talking. You know, Tom Loeffler did a little bit, Golovkin did a little bit, but it was mostly Abel. And it was all the same thing. He cheat, stacking his gloves. He can't wear these gloves. Mexican style. Don't run. You're a runner. The first fight was bullshit. You ran. Mexican style. A Mexican not fighting Mexican style. It was just all the same. Now people are getting free entertainment from 2 heavyweights, which the heavyweight division. Listen, aside, like, name a fight this meaningful where you had 2 participants in the fight that were building up the fight like this in the heavyweight division. So Joshua, I'm talking about both of them. So Joshua Klitschko, did we get this? Joshua Povetkin, Joshua Dominic Brazil, Joshua Eric Molina, right? Dillian White, Joseph Parker, where you had 2 heavyweights and they were like, you know, giving us some things to talk about both ways. See, you motherfuckers complaining for no reason. Straight. Like who? Name who? Lucas Brown, Dillian White. I mean, what, that? And I said meaningful fight. That wasn't really a meaningful fight. I never really thought Lucas Brown was the man to beat or anything. The bottom line is Joshua's fight build-ups are lackluster. He's a good fighter. He has skill. He looks the part, all that. That's great. But the build-ups are lackluster. You know, there's 80, 90,000 people showing up for the event and showing up because they like Joshua or want to see the fight, cool. But it's not because of the buildup, you know? Because, again, name something that happened that was clever. You know, we haven't seen this in the heavyweight division. Like, you know, Mike Tyson getting in a scuffle with Lennox Lewis, or Lennox Lewis and Hasim Rahman destroying the ESPN stage. We haven't seen this in the heavyweight division in a while. You know, the most action we've seen, and I'm talking about meaningful, is shit like Cannon Briggs taunting people. You know, yeah, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. But, you know, he hadn't been in the really meaningful fight in a while. He was trying to land it, and, you know, David Haye didn't give him a shot and stuff like that. But, you know, he's entertaining as fuck. But the other people weren't. You know, he's funny as fuck. Hey, I give it to Cannon Briggs. He's funny as shit. One of the funniest thing was when Klitschko was on like a wakeboard or something, and he rode by and splashed water in Klitschko's face, and he was like, ha ha ha, yeah, champ, and then Klitschko fell off. That shit was funny as fuck. I don't know why, because Klitschko actually looked pissed off about that. You know, and he's like, ha ha ha, yeah, champ, like, hey, now that I think about it, unless Cannon Briggs is like a true stalker, the ocean is pretty vast. How the fuck you know Klitschko? How is he finding Klitschko so much? You know what I'm saying? Like, how the fuck you find a motherfucker in the ocean? I know they say it's a small world, but how you find a motherfucker in the ocean? You know, like where you just, unless you had LoJack or GPS on him, how you know? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, how you find Klitschko in a vast ass ocean? You like just pinpoint exactly where he's at. I don't know how that was happening. Klitschko's eating Italian food, and he's like, yeah, champ, whatever you eat, I eat. We both eat. We both eating, champ. Start eating his food. Shannon Briggs is hilarious. That shit was, I don't care if it was Miami. How the fuck you find someone in the ocean? Bitches can't even find a dude for child support. So how the fuck he just found someone in the ocean? You know, I know bitches, they can't even contact their dude to get child support about him. So you tell me how Cannon Briggs, you know, found a motherfucker in the ocean wakeboarding. Cannon Briggs, he need to be like on Forensic Files. He'll solve all the crimes. If you could just find someone in the ocean, he a Coast Guard or some shit. I don't know. How, like, you know how, man, they need to bring back America's Most Wanted. Shout out to John Walsh, but, you know, they got to replace him with Cannon Briggs, right? Because he finding everybody. How he fight? John Walsh is like, today on America's Most Wanted, we have the #1, you know, all points bulletin. But Cannon Briggs would find Klitschko no matter where he was at. Klitschko was like fucking zip lining, and he's like, yeah, champ, I'm right here, champ. Like, how the fuck are you just zip lining right next to him? Like, this is creepy. Klitschko's like, oh, yeah, champ, you want to zip line? I'm zip lining, champ. Like, hell nah. Motherfucker was, hey, Klitschko is the Jason Voorhees of heavyweights. If somebody don't give him a title shot, because he put in the most effort. He needed a title shot off the strength, off the muscle. These New York, I'm telling you, these Brooklyn dudes ain't right. Every time I go to New York, it's love, but these Brooklyn dudes be the wildest ones, from what I've seen. You know, I know some people are like, nah, Yonkers and Queen. Man, from what I've seen, these Brooklyn dudes be violating. Like my dude Eric Kelly, shout out to Eric Kelly. But Brooklyn dudes have no chill. You know, all of them. Even the ones that are professional. Like my dude Daniel Jacob, he's professional as hell. You know, miracle man, family man. But he got it in him. Like, I see it's like, wait. I see what, like, I came at the perfect time. These Brooklyn dudes ain't got no chill. We know Mike Tyson ain't had no fucking chill. Well, you know, just type in Mike Tyson funny video. That motherfucker was saying whatever he wanted to. He had a windbreaker suit with glasses on like me, talking about, they're like, yeah, this guy has no class. I'm going to defeat him. Mike was like, thick ass 20-inch neck and shit. Mike was, how dare you talk to me like that? You should kneel before me. Man, if a dude said that to me, like, I couldn't even take that serious. If I was trash talking and a dude said, "How dare you speak to me like that? You should bow and kiss my pinky ring and kneel before me." Hell no, you are not show enough for whoever you think you are right now. That motherfucker, I'll be offended if a dude said that to me. Like, who the fuck are you? King Tutankhamun? Like, fuck out of here. You talking about, how dare you speak to me? How dare you talk to me like that? You should bow down and kiss my ring. I might spare you on the night. Mike Tyson, he was a wild boy. That motherfucker said, bow down and kiss the ring, and I kiss my pinky ring? That's like some show enough shit. Yeah, kiss my Converse. Anybody want me to shut up? Why don't you come down here and make me shut up? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, hell nah. Dude gonna talk about kiss the pinky ring. This is not no rap diss or something, you know, Nas Ether or something. All y'all motherfucker kiss the pinky ring. Like, he was tripping. He said, how dare you talk to me like that? You should bow down. Everybody kneel before me. Kiss the ring. I'm ecstatic. I'm so happy. If you bow down, I might spare you on the night. Like, what? That dude is wilding with that. That man said, bow down, kneel. You know, it reminds me of, this is unrelated. I had a friend that worked at Walmart, and he said he said he got fired. And I'm like, what'd you get fired for? Because he was working at Lowe's, but then he also worked at Walmart on overnights, the overnight crew. He's like, yeah, man, I had to get up out there. You know, how come niggas always say they had to get up out there after they got fired? Like it was their decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, I had to get up out. No, you didn't have to get up out there. They fired you. You making it sound like you elected to leave. But anywho, he worked at Lowe's, but he also worked night crew at Walmart. He got fired because I guess he cussed out his shift leader, manager, or whatever, because I guess the dude, basically, long story short is this. Walmart, they were getting, I guess they had class action lawsuit settlements for people not getting their breaks on time. Because in California, it's serious out here. You know what I mean? If you don't take your breaks, it's an easy thing companies can get sued for in California, because they're real serious about the labor laws. So that's like an easy come up. Like, yeah, I worked for Chuck E. Cheese and they didn't give me my break. You know, it's an easy thing to get sued for. So I guess Walmart had a couple of these class action settlements. So they had, you know, had to pay out all these people who were on the ledger or whatever for not getting their lunches. So it was real strict. It was, you know, the Walmart execs were coming down on like the California stores, like, hey, give the people their breaks. And I guess he was in the middle of like shrink wrapping a pallet, and he was gonna put it up for the overnight crew, you know, no customers in the building. And I guess his manager said, hey, stop what you're doing. You need to take your lunch right now. It's the right time. And he was like, hold on. He's like, yeah. Hold on, Kenny, or whatever the dude's name is. He's like, hold on, Kenny. I'm just about to finish shrink wrapping this, and then put it up, and then I'll take my break. And then he said the manager walked up to him, and he was like, I said, take your break. Obey me. He said that's what the manager said. And he said he went bad on his manager because he said his manager said, obey me. Bruh, I don't need no job to the point where a motherfucker gonna tell me to obey them. You know, so he did the right thing. He said, obey me. You lost your rabbit ass mind. What the fuck you mean some obey me shit? That's why I love this YouTube shit. I'm my own boss. Yeah, he said his manager, his whatever night crew manager, told him to obey me. Hell no. That reminded me of Mike Tyson. That's why I told you that little story. He said, how dare you talk to me like that? You should bow down beneath, you know what I mean? Kneel before me. Like that type of talk reminded me of that story. Yeah. That motherfucker said, obey me. Hell nah. That don't even sound right. Like, You know, parents don't even really say that to their kids. Obey me. Go to your room. Obey. Like, fucking dog talk. Hell no. My mom, she used to say, like, you better listen to me. You know, stuff like that. She didn't say no fucking obey me. Like, what? I laughed at a manager for talking to me like that. He got red in the face and I laughed harder. Yeah. Man, fuck all that obey me shit. That's like you a slave or something. Like, I'm still a person. No matter what job I had, I'm still a human. Motherfucker talking about obey me. So I said that's some WrestleMania shit. Obey me. Yeah. That's some Leonardo DiCaprio and Django shit. Obey me. This is Sparta. Like, who the fuck you think you are right now? Leonidas? I slap the shit at you. Motherfucker talking about obey me. Hell no. I'm gonna use that on a girl. Never mind. I almost said something, but all this Me Too shit going on, I was about to make a joke. Fuck it. I'm not even gonna say it, because these Me Too motherfuckers be waiting with a pen and pad. Then the ego said, obey me. In 2008. Like, hell nah, bro. Never mind. Joke canceled. These Me Too motherfuckers. I never did nothing to no female that she didn't want done. But I'm not even gonna make the joke. These motherfuckers. Between the BLT community and, you know, these Me Too, you win. I'm not, you know, we see eye to eye. Let's get back to somebody. Someone said that's some Darth Vader talk. I almost spit out this juice. That's hella funny. Yeah, talking about obey me. That just sound crazy. Yeah, my mom never even said no obey me shit. This how I knew when my mom was really angry. This how I knew my mom was getting angry. When she did that asshole mouth. Y'all know what the asshole mouth is, where it gets all wrinkled up and shriveled. Like, no matter if you have full lips or not, man, you better put that. I call it asshole mouth because it looks like a little, you know, shriveled up raisin. You know when you be in the bathtub and the water already got cold and your skin is all wrinkled when they do that. I said, put it down. Like, when she started doing that, like, what are you, a canine? What the fuck are you doing? Doing all these faces and shit. Parents be so dramatic with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a little kid. Like, you tripping. What the fuck is wrong with you? Parents be like, you just having a bad day or something, because you tripping. Doing hella extra, like the Wet Bandits and Home Alone and shit. Stop it! You remember when Joe Pesci wasn't even like really cussing because it was a kid's movie? Like, the fuck is that? Get that! Fucking Charlie Brown ass cursing. I used to get my ass whooped and then walk by my parents so they could see what they had done. Hella crying. Walk hella slow. You had to walk by them hella slow one time. Like, go to the kitchen to get some water after you got your ass whooped. I think they discontinued whoopings. That's why these mumble rappers exist. But we used to get our ass whooped back in the day. You walk by them, have to go get some water. I used to walk hella slow, try to guilt trip them. Look what you've done to me. You ever cry so hard you fall asleep? That's some real crying. Like, when you just cry, you just wake up, your eyes all swollen and shit. Like, what happened? I don't know. That hasn't happened as an adult, but when I was a kid, you just be in your room, then you just wake up. Like, damn. I'm gonna tell y'all, and then we'll talk some more about this boxing game. If you ever have to cry, right? I'm gonna tell you what. Y'all want to know what to never do if you're ever, like, I'm talking about, it can't be like a little bit of cry. I'm talking about when you have like those real, like you're going through a nasty breakup, or when you were a kid, those types of, like, those meltdown cries. This is what you can never do. If y'all want to know, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'll tell you what to never do if you have one of those real big episodes where you just like, so like you're like sobbing, right? If y'all want to know, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'll tell y'all a little trick. Don't ever do this. You don't have to be a kid. Even as an adult, don't ever fucking do this. Y'all ready? If you're having one of those meltdown episodes where it's like, and you're like crying, don't look in the mirror. Because you're going to see how shitty and pitiful you are and how you look, and your eyes is fucked up and bloodshot, and it's going to make you cry harder. Never look in the mirror, people. Don't ever, when you're crying that bad, just stay away from all mirrors like vampires. Just stay away. Because when you see that reflection of how dumb you look, and how that's going to make you cry more. You like, that shit gonna fuck you up even more. Because you going to start feeling sorry for your bitch ass. For your own self. Like, you feel like the whole world is. You remember when Pac came out with that Me Against the World album? That's what you're gonna feel like at that given moment. Like, Me Against the World, but it's not gonna go your way. It's not gonna go how you think. Don't ever look in that fucking mirror, yo. You start like looking at clothes and seeing imperfections and pimples and all types. Start. You ever do that where you start crying so bad you start like beatboxing and shit? Like, Bismarcky, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fucking cries are these? Michael Jackson and shit. Is it just a lie? Is it just moving? Yeah, I don't do. Yeah, Dougie fresh ass tears. Y'all funny as hell. Smash the like button. Yeah, you gonna see the whole picture. You got Snot looking like Martin as Roscoe. Hey Gina. You know what I'm saying? When he was on his knees. That shit was hella funny. You looking like Roscoe and shit. It's not gonna pan out. So just stay away. Don't look at yourself. That's some Hollywood shit. Like when Rocky driving in the Porsche and looking at his eyes in the mirror, memorizing all the scenes of how Apollo got Creed. I mean, Apollo Creed got killed. There's no easy boom doo doo. Like, that's some movie shit. Don't look in that fucking mirror. Rocky just driving the Porsche, having like, motherfucker, you better focus on this road. You gonna be joining Apollo Creed. You in a fucking Carrera Porsche and shit, like you in Bad Boys, bending corners thinking about Apollo. You finna be joining him. Movies be so fake with shit like that. There's no easy way. Boom doo doo. He's bending corners. All right, you gonna be with Apollo, and then Michael B. Jordan gonna be fighting for both of y'all memories with no trainer. You been in these fucking corners and shit. There's no easy way. Boom doo doo. Thinking about Apollo, you gonna be joining him. I must break you. You will lose. I knew Apollo. The first time I watched the movie, I was a little kid. First time I seen the movie, I knew Apollo was gonna die. Cause if you let a motherfucker hit your glove like that, you finna die. If you let him just tower over you and I must break you. You will lose. The way he hit them gloves, like, that was a dap from hell. Like, if anyone, it could be my homie. If anybody ever daps me like that, I gotta punch him. You know, I knew Apollo was gonna die. Because you don't let somebody dap your gloves or not. Don't ever hit me that hard for no reason. The bell didn't even ring. I must break you. You will lose. He was on his Conor McGregor Mystic Mac and shit. You will lose. And he was smart. Go watch that. That's my favorite Rocky. Apollo was like, he just came out to James Brown. That's another reason I knew you was finna die, because you did too much. This is not Soul Train, American Bandstand. Ha! Living in America. Got to. I'm gonna die to boo. James Brown just dancing, gigging, hitting the splits, fireworks and shit. You finna die because you doing too much. You doing choreography and shit. Living in America. You should have been in the gym doing some extra rounds of sparring. You finna die. Remember Mekhi Phifer in Higher Learning when he caught up with Remy? You gonna die. I'm gonna kill you. You gonna die. After Tyra Banks got clapped. Hey, Mekhi was tripping. When he's choking her, I'm gonna kill you. You gonna die. Hell no. I want to see the new Creed though. Yeah, he came out to James Brown. You did like, that's like Floyd, Pretty Boy Floyd coming out to Cisco and shit. Ooh, that dress so scandalous and nothing can't handle it. No. She had done like cha that like what? I know. You about to fight Diego Corrales, Castillo and shit. You coming out to Cisco? She had done like cha that like what all night long. Let me see. We got to do better, you know. The Black Channel. Why do they come out to singers and rappers? Why don't they just walk out? Why do black people come out to entertainers? Why did Adrian Broner walk out with Kendrick? I understand he's from Compton. You're both from the inner streets. The Black Channel. Oh my God. Listen, black people, real life. Listen, I'm trying to help. Black people, don't walk out dancing. Anybody, whether it's a real movie or like a movie or real life, anybody that ever walked out in boxing and it was excessively dancing, like choreographed dancing, like really hitting it, got their ass whooped. Let's bet. Name somebody that was dancing heavily and they were fighting someone good. Let's just add that. Like, somebody was dancing and they was fighting a nobody. You know? I'm talking about just I said black people. Prince Asim, not black. I'm talking about black people. It's like the curse. You know? Broner, he fought Maidana. He was dancing this shit. He had I remember what he was wearing. He had that red and gold. He got out of the truck and he was like hitting that. What happened in the Maidana fight? Corey Spinks, he was dancing and got touched up. Josh Clottey, he was dancing before the Pacquiao fight. Pacquiao was and he, disappeared after that. Pacquiao hit him with 2 punches. What the fuck? Who does that? 2 punches at the same time. Apollo Creed came out to that James Brown, got killed. Got to go. I want time to living in America. Like, you living in a cemetery, cause you dead. He ain't gonna be in Rush Hour 3. Hey, you ain't living in America. You living 6 feet under. You living in the soil now. Living in the cemetery. Like, you ain't living in America. You living in the underworld. Because you dead. Drago killed you. Hit him with that Superman punch. That's when Pacquiao was gambling and cheating on his wife. He hit him with the jinky and the side piece at the same time. I believe Joshua Akalati. Yeah. He hit him with the jinky and the side piece, huh? Okay. Make sure you smash the like button. Throw the damn towel. Motherfucker was sweating and shit. Lou Gossett Jr. looking motherfucker. Ah, fuck you, me. Throw the damn towel. I would have threw it. See, see, whoever said that, that's what I was talking about. They need acting like Oscars for little bit roles. When they kill it, he needed an Oscar for that because I felt in my heart that he wanted the towel thrown in. Like, he killed that. Like, he knew he was going to be in a movie, and he's like, man, I can't wait till my part to the camera because I'm about to kill this part of this scene. I'm about to kill this part of the movie. Because he really, like, I felt it when he said it. He, throw the damn towel. Like, and he has beads of sweat coming down and shit. I felt it when he, no, watch the scene. That's my favorite Rocky. That's my favorite Rocky. Watch it. He meant the shit. That's what they need to start. The Academy needs to start recognizing people who kill them little bit roles. You know, like I told you, the crackhead from Menace, he needed that Oscar because I really firmly believe he's either experimented or he was high when they filmed that. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please, man. Like, you doing this way too good with these cheeseburgers and shit. I don't know if there's really cheeseburgers in there, but the way you hold in the bag looks realistic, like somebody who may or may not have 2 cheeseburgers in there. So I'm sold that you're really willing to do what you say you're gonna do. I got the, hey man, I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please, man. Like, hey, bro, you trying to get recognized from the Academy? We gonna accept you. You gonna get nominated. He was tripping. And he had like acid wash jeans, like the clothing. Who did your wardrobe? Who did your wardrobe? Because that was crackhead attire. Like they went to the right thrift shops. Said this looked like it was formerly owned by a crackhead. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please. Making no levels of eye contact until they want the money. That's how crackheads get you. Listen, when they telling their stories and all that, they don't even have to look at you. Most of the time, they won't look at you. But then they'll give you that uncomfortable that uncomfortable stare when it's time to look at you and ask for the money. I got these cheeseburgers, man. Please, man. Man, I suck yo. Man, you got $5. Then, see? Right when it comes time to the money part, that's when they want to look you uncomfortably in the eyes and shit. All this crackhead part, you was good with that part. You didn't have to do the eye contact. Man, my wife on the freeway. I need a little bit of money to get back to her. That's how they be doing in the Bay Area. Acting like their car broke down and hella. This shit, it was like, man, come out to the Bay. It's fun. It's lit. But this crackhead pulled up on me, right? And he was lying. I could tell he's lying. It was so fucking hot that day. It was like 118 and shit. You know, like career highs for, or not career, whatever. Like record highs for California. Hella hot. He had no sweat on him, nothing. He's like, man, my car broke down on the freeway. And my wife and kid, they in the van. I told him I had to get some gas, man. You got a little bit of money, man. You got a little shit when it get. And I'm like, it's 118 degrees out here. You have no beads of sweat. And you're wearing a sweater with Snoop Dogg and a weed emblem on it. Okay. So you're not sweating. See, crackheads, they got superpower. How are you, just because you're on crack, your blood is flowing different. You have a Snoop Dogg sweater on with the weed emblem. It's 118 degrees and you ain't even sweating, and it's black, which attracts heat. You're not sweating, and you're claiming you have a wife, and you look in the form, you look how you look right now. And then you say you left your wife and kid on a freeway to get gas. And then I start thinking, man, now you ain't even got no gas can. What, you gonna drink the gas and put it back in the car? You lying, dog. I ain't got nothing for you. Like, didn't even think of his. He didn't even think this. That, hey, listen, that crackhead story I just gave, that's old media. They don't even think the story through. You did all this setup with the van and stuff. Okay, the kid in the van and, you know, ninja assassins holding them hostage. All that. You didn't even have a convenient answer for how you was gonna transport the alleged gas. How you? I would at least have like a red gas can. Like, man, please, man. You could have stole that out of somebody's shit or something. Fuck out of here. Hey, Moeller, you about to get blocked. You keep telling me HBO needs to hire me, and they just got fired. I keep seeing you sneak diss. We having fun, and you trying to hate. Nobody cares what you talking about. I don't need to be hired by nobody's HBO. They going out of business when it comes to boxing. I'm in business. This is new media, baby. Keep doing that slick dissing. I see you. I'll give you the attention you want. He been saying that since yesterday. You know what? Shooter, get rid of him. Moeller Johnson. You know, we ain't got to say it twice. We alpha males. You know, he trying to mess up the jokes. He getting jealous over here because I'm trying to make y'all laugh. We telling a couple jokes. Hey, shooters, D clap him. Whoever wanted, get it. I remember names and shit. He was hating yesterday. Get him out of here. That's the prime example of a hater. You see? Somebody unhit him. Hide him back. We laughing, we telling jokes, we doing our own thing, and it is always a hating ass motherfucker. Oh yeah, Ego needs to go to HBO. Knowing goddamn well they just closed their doors to boxing. What the fuck I'm gonna go to HBO for? Work on the Game of Thrones set? Like, stop it. Anyway, the dude was lying with the crackhead. Didn't even have a gas jug. Talking about he needed to save his wife. I don't even believe you're married at this point. Yeah, man, we just having fun with it. That's what happens when you kill the game. You just have fun with your job. But yeah, people hating about this Wilder and Fury. Stop it, because these other fights, a lot of them aren't even giving us nothing. See, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all about hate because I've experienced that. I'm gonna tell you about hate. Most often, when people hate out of nowhere, see, how do you say it? Hate is really tricky because some people, it may come across as hate, but they're not really hating. They're trying to help you, but they don't know how to present it. But it's usually, other than that, it's usually pretty easy to see who's hating. You know, when people just hate out of the woodwork, like we're all joking, I see crying emoji, people laughing, and then someone come in here, Ego, you're gay. You're gay, get it? Like where did that even come from? So you wait till everybody's laughing, we having a good time, and then you just come in, that's like you come in the party, I'm telling jokes, and man, the crackheads, they did a cheeseburger, and you just, Ego's gay, like, okay. But this is how you know when people are hating, like with this Wilder Fury situation, because they're giving us a press tour. Hate, a lot of times, in my opinion, hate stems from fear. A lot of times when people hate, it's because they fear what you're capable of. You don't hate on somebody, like say someone comes to my channel, right? They see we doing numbers. They see we getting super chat. They see we having fun. That's why they hate, because they fear. They fear the growth. They know that we got something special with Ego's Army. You don't see somebody go into a channel with 110 subs necessarily and make thousands of videos about them. But the more popping guys, like, me, Deontay and stuff, you'll see video, oh, Deontay doesn't know shit, Ego's gay or whatever, whatever the video's about, so it's oftentimes it's fear. You fear the message, you fear the growth, because you don't see, I'm not making a million videos about anybody outside of boxing, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about the boxing game. People fear. They fear that you could actually do it, so they try to kick you down. That's why some people, they try to guilt trip me. Oh, Ego, you've changed. I see where you get the name Ego. That shit don't do nothing to me. Anybody in my circle, anybody that I'm cool with knows who I am as a person, my family, anything like that, They know my heart. They know my intent. And I know those things. So, you know, I'm not really worried about some complete stranger saying, oh, yeah, you've changed, you know, because it's usually based off of you don't like what I'm saying to you. And I can't really help that. Go watch another channel, you know. Yeah, but Wilder Fury is getting a lot of hate. You know, people, and it's like, this is free entertainment. You're mad at them for putting on a show, yet you weren't mad at, you know, Anthony Joshua, Joseph Parker for being a dull buildup. Like there was no, I don't even think they did the gloves are off, because it would have been probably boring based on their both of their personalities. You need a Dillian White and Joseph Parker, because at least Dillian White is going to talk a little smack, you know, trash talk a little bit, you know. So people oftentimes hate out of fear. If they don't fear you, usually they don't excessively hate, you know, on a continual basis. You know, like you ever see anyone like, oh, Ego, he asked for donations. Why you care about that? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Why would that be anyone's business? Oh, he just blocks people. Why you care? Why you care about what we do? You know? Doesn't make any sense. You see that. The black channel. Why do black people like But yeah, man, people hating on Wilder Fury as if like you paid top dollar to watch the press tour. You can go to anybody's YouTube who's at the event, or you can go to Showtime, BT Sport YouTube and watch it for free. What's there to hate on? If it's not your cup of tea, it looks fake and artificial, don't watch this shit. You know, that's how we know. That's how we know who's being truthful. If you really didn't like it, then don't watch it, you know? But see, again, hate stems from fear more often than not, you know, true hate. Just like they did with Mayweather-McGregor. They knew Mayweather-McGregor was going to do good numbers, so they hated on it. I told you that. You know, that's why De La Hoya and B-Hops on Breakfast Club, oh, this fight is such a circus. Canelo Golovkin, we got the real box. You don't have to do that. If you got the real boxing match and the better fight, let the numbers speak for itself. But they knew what Floyd was doing. They knew Floyd staged his big fight with Conor McGregor 2-3 weeks before Canelo Triple G as a big fuck you, and that's why they hated on it. And then the fans went with it too. You know, these man fans are really predictable. You know, De La Hoya is hating on the fight. Triple G's hating on the fight. You know, saying that, oh, it's a circus and all that. So they just fall in line. But again, this is how I know what I'm saying is true, is if the shit was as bad as you made it sound, then why is it by far breaking records? Do you guys understand that the viewership for Mayweather-McGregor outperformed both Canelo and Triple G's viewerships combined? You guys get that, right? Like, factually speaking. You know, the amount, the first fight with Canelo and Golovkin did like 1.3. The second fight did 1.1. So you add those two numbers in a mathematical equation, and they said that Mayweather-McGregor did over 4.3 million buys. So if what you said was it was a circus that nobody wanted to see, then why didn't that reflect in the numbers? Why wasn't it lower than the Berto fight? Because once again, you knew what it was. Very simple. Like, so that's why I said people, they hate on what they fear. You know? Oh, this is such a circus. Nobody wants to see this shit. Apparently you weren't correct. Just like old media is always wrong. You know? Nobody wants to see this shit. Then where are these 4 million plus people coming from? How come I went to the fight and it was lit as fuck in the comment in the in the crowd? Whether they're going there for Mayweather or Conor. You know, once again, old media continues to suck ass, and when it comes to being right, constantly wrong. It's like it's a bunch of narratives that are always proven wrong. Nobody wants to watch this. Okay, nobody. Then why did it do so good? Why did it do better than Canelo versus Golovkin 1 and 2. If nobody wanted to see it, then it should have tanked, right? So again, this is what old media does. They speak on behalf of, I guess, the masses, and it's like they project what they want to be the case more so than what is the case. Does that make sense to you guys? Like, they're telling you what they want to happen more so than what is happening. Shout out to the super chats. Shout out to Big Time for the donation. Helps the channel. I appreciate you. Big Time. It says $10 super chat. Just realized nobody sent a super chat. You dropping too many gems for me to not show support, brother. I appreciate you. You know, it really helps the channel. And we just trying to get to the next level. So shout out to Big Time. We working. See that, you know, sometimes people just come in for the jokes and they forget to hit the like button and you know, some of the other stuff. And then some streams where there's not a bunch of jokes, they start going super chat crazy. So, you know, you never really know what it's gonna be. But yeah, man. Hold on, I'm trying to find this. See, I got stuff in my phone. I got gems in my phone. Hey, what happened? Hold on. Make sure you guys smash the like button, though. We just working. Oh, here. I think I found it. Okay. I found it. Mayweather McGregor. I walked out of the, I don't know if it's the weigh-in, but either way, look. Look. This is in my phone. That's just in my phone. That's just a couple of the quick videos that I took. So once again, what happened to all the people that say, oh, Mayweather McGregor is a circus, no one wants to see it, this is so fake and staged? Okay, who the fuck was all that in the, you know, in the hallways and shit? That shit was crazy. And I've been to several fights at the T-Mobile and other places, and it, trust me, it didn't look like that after a weigh-in. Mr. Finesse, shout out to you, $5 super chat. It says, Ego, watch how Wilder knocked Fury out. They're going to say Fury wasn't ready and try to downplay the win. You're absolutely right, because they've already started. I've already seen people use that and say, oh, even if he wins, I'm not giving him any credit. Why should I give him credit? Hey, you guys notice the stream has been smooth, right? So I think maybe I figured out the problem. I don't know. Is the stream running smooth? Like we haven't had, remember earlier I was doing it, it just kept cutting out. I think I figured out the problem. How's the stream been for everybody? Has the stream been choppy and stuff like it was in the last couple of streams? I don't know. I think I got this. Because it was like making me mad earlier. See, James was here earlier. He said it was, see, we buttery now. We back buttery. The vocals smooth. You guys can hear me good without like killing your eardrums and shit. We back, man. We back on that A side. Shout out to Maya. Yeah, it was tripping earlier. I had to tweak some things, but yeah, I don't know what was happening. But it's like it's hard to conduct a stream when it's just like I don't even know if you guys can hear me and all that. So yeah, like I said, hate usually stems from envy, fear, shit like that. People keep saying all this stuff about Wilder Fury, but more people are already talking about Wilder Fury than they were talking about AJ versus Povetkin. Now, speaking of that, Joshua got past Povetkin. Has Joshua responded to Wilder being in Joshua's country, calling him a coward and yelling at him on British TV? Has Joshua said anything? And that's what I'm saying. People are already making excuses for if Wilder wins. Fury is already in shape. I can see it in his face. Like, when I start getting back in the gym, you're going to be able to see in my face. That's where I first start to lose the weight. You know, when the weight comes off, you know, my face starts to, it don't look as full when I start hitting that gym. You know, and you see it in Fury. Pause. People are already making an excuse. Fury looks in good shape. And he, you know what? You guys look at the thumbnail. He looked bigger in the pictures. I don't know if he was on his tippy toes to make it look more pronounced, but he looked taller than Wilder. You know, I know he's listed at 6'9", but sometimes that shit don't be true. You know, it'd be like someone listed at 6. I never met Fury, so you know, I don't know what he looks like in person. But sometimes they'll be on BoxRec listed at a certain height, and then I see him or something, and I'm like, I don't think that's his actual height. Yep, Fury is younger than Wilder too. But listen, all the old media shit, all their old little tactics and shit is done for. Like, it doesn't make sense. Listen, I'm trying to tell you guys, this is the beauty. I told y'all I got y'all. This is the beauty of new media. Because we try our best to make the shit sound believable because we're being honest. They say, tell me if I'm lying, they say Wilder fought 40 bums. Am I lying? I'm not saying if it's true or not. I'm saying, is that what old media is telling us? Do you hear people from old media constantly gripe about Wilder's resume? Yes or no? Say he fight all bums, 40 bums and all this, right? Okay, great. So this is how easy it is to break up old media talking points. You say not anymore. I still see people saying Wilder fought 40 bumps. I'm not talking about, listen, you guys have to understand the question. I'm not saying do you believe it's true, because I don't believe it's true. I'm talking about, do you hear people say that? Say it. Say Wilder fought 40 bums. He fought 40 bums. He fought an old Luis Ortiz, right? And the answer is yes, because I'm around boxing every day of my life in some capacity, and I've heard it several times. People are commenting on my videos, these types of things. This is how easy it is to break up old media. Okay, he fought 40 bums, then why are you predicting him to beat a lineal champion who's bigger than him and younger than him? Why is it such a foregone conclusion to you? Doesn't make sense. So the guy who fought nothing but bums versus the guy who beat Klitschko before AJ, and Tyson Fury's performance was more flawless than AJ. AJ had a better fight with Klitschko in terms of entertainment value, but it was more even also. Tyson Fury completely pulled away from Klitschko and had Klitschko looking really bad in there. So the guy who beat Klitschko first, and that's Joshua's to this day biggest win, why are you writing Tyson Fury off for the bum killer, a guy you said fought 40 bums? Makes no sense. That's how I know they do this to Charlo. You know, they'll say, oh, let's see Charlo versus Golovkin. Oh, Charlo, who is he really beat? Okay, tell Golovkin to beat him. He needs a win. He's coming off a loss. So put Triple G in there. No, why? You know, that's what they do. Luis Ortiz, this is what they do. Luis Ortiz is like, he has to be 202. I mean, if we're talking dog years, I mean, he's like 800 years old. Right, okay. He's 800 years old. Let's see Dillian White versus him. Let's see AJ fight him next. Mr. 800 years old versus Anthony Joshua. You know, better than watching a fight we already seen the outcome of a knockout, Dillian White. So let's see it. Oh, no. My, no, They see, you had to hear a whole bunch of bullshit from the peanut gallery. That's how I know they don't believe it. Wilder's, he's fought nothing but bombs. This is bullshit, right? Luis Ortiz is old. All right, put Mr. O with Dillian White. Put Mr. O with AJ for all the belts. April 13th. Oh, why? Luis Ortiz ain't King Kong. He hasn't earned it. You hear a bunch of shit from the peanut gallery. Why? Because you don't believe everything I'm saying. I believe Luis Ortiz is a good fighter. I don't have to backtrack on that. Luis Ortiz is a problem for anyone in the heavyweight division. I think as of right now, as it sits, as of today, doing this video, he is a definite threat to anybody, even the Wilder rematch. Tyson Fury, AJ, Dillian White, Joseph Parker. He is a threat to anybody. He's a wild card type of threat. He's not going to necessarily give you your biggest paycheck of your whole career, but he might give you your biggest ass whooping, just depending on your game plan. But again, they rather complain about his resume and his age than to fight him. We know the games. For years, we studied old media. Because old media used to be in power because they outnumbered us. But now it's different. We outnumber them. Ego Veli, the general. We came through. We started spreading the message. We switched the narrative. Now we run the game. So the tables have turned, as they say in movies. And that's what it is. Don't tell me Ortiz is 99 years old. So you should have 99 problems, but a bitch ain't one then. If he's 99, fight him. They want to do all the little slick talk. Oh, Luis Ortiz wears Depends. Okay. If he knocks you out, depends on how you fight. Since we talking, since y'all want to use these little puns and shit. So, okay, Luis Ortiz wears Depends. He's old, haha. Now, it depends what your defense is looking like. That's going to depend on if you get knocked the fuck out by him. It's going to depend on your type of game plan because he's out here. And Luis Ortiz, I've watched him fight live. Finally, got a chance to see it. I covered, I think, Broner versus Mikey. I think he's supposed to be on that card. And I was mad because I was going out to New York and I wanted to see him fight. And then he pulled out, had a hand injury. Nah, fuck all that. It's a numbers game. It's our game. Ain't no damn numbers game. Fuck that. Because, listen, I'm going to put you in the hot seat. If you want to talk about this bullshit, you being fed lines by promoters, guys in business suits who don't have to lace them up, that don't, might not even know boxing like that, but they're good businessmen and accountants and shit. Don't tell me it's a numbers game, because the point blank period of it all is you make the best fights, the fans will flock. If Errol Spence fights the top guy in his seed, then it's going to do better than if Errol Spence is forced to fight somebody unknown because everyone else is avoiding him. These are like factual statements. It's really common sense. If you have a restaurant, you specialize in food, and the food is good, and everybody on Yelp is rating it 5 stars, then you're probably going to have more customers. There's this place in San Francisco, this taqueria in Mission. Listen, if y'all want good Mexican food, go to the hood. I don't care what hood, but somewhere that's your best chance of getting bomb-ass Mexican food. Don't go to these uppity, Rodeo, and they're going to have some Chipotle or some shit. Go to the hood. You got to be in the barrio if you want the bombest Mexican food, right? So when I go to San Francisco, I go to the hood. Like Nikki said, I bees in the trap. You want the best tacos, you got to bees in the trap, right? So there's this place, food is real good. The area looks, run down. There's no like Macy's and, Nordstroms and shit. Neiman Marcus, there's nothing like that right by it. But the tacos is hidden. Tacos got voted like great tacos and all that. It's in Mission in San Francisco. Line, all the times I went, there's lines out the door. Because the tacos are fucking good. You ever just eat some tacos, you're like, yeah, these fucking tacos. God damn. When the food's so good, you just cuss. I mean, earmuffs if you don't cuss. But that's the type of food I like. Where the food's so good, you just cuss. God, motherfucking tacos. bitch ass tacos. Fucking taco. Fucking carne asada. Fucking shit. El pesto. You know, those type of tacos. Lines always out the door. You know why? The food's good. Same thing with boxing. Same thing with really industry. If it's good, you go back. If you go to a YouTube and you're entertained, like my channel, you know, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, you know, and you like the content, you go back. So if boxing puts on the best fights, people come back, people pay. That's how it works. Okay, HBO boxing, they aren't putting on the best fights. Now they're going out of business in their boxing department because they weren't putting on the best fight. It's not rocket science, people. HBO boxing stopped being HBO boxing. They stopped producing all the shows they were producing. They got skimpy on the budget. You know, it's like when you go to Chipotle, you get a burrito bowl, you say, yeah. They say, what type of meat would you like, Ego? And I say, yeah, I'll take the chicken. And they put the chicken on the spoon, right? Yeah, they get a nice healthy scoop, and they start shaking some of the chicken off, and you left with little niblets of chicken, because they didn't slid all the chicken off your shit off the spoon, and then that's what they give you, and they're like, okay, what type of salsa? Nah, bitch. What you mean? What type of sauce? We not even on the salsa part because you try to skimp me with the chicken. Them Chipotle, man. Y'all falling off. Chipotle be falling off, man. They falling off. You slide all the chicken off my shit and then try to go on to the rest of the assembly line. Nah. We still on the chicken. You know? We still on the chicken. That's how we doing them. We still on that fucking chicken. Are you talking about pico and corn salsa? I don't want none of that. I want more chicken. Give me more chicken. You know what you gotta talk to them like it's a stick up at Chipotle. Man, I want the chicken. Man, give me the chicken. You know, you gotta talk like you gotta talk that talk. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bryson Sewell, $10 super chat. I want more chicken. You know what it is. You gotta start threatening Chipotle and shit, running them for their chicken. Don't be shaking all the chicken off my shit. You know, that's bad. I gotta get double chicken because you just gave me. You was so light-handed with the chicken. So now I gotta pay another $2.18. You know, these weird ass Chipotle prices. How much is guacamole? Yeah, $3.42. Like, man, give me the goddamn guac. Bullshit ass pricing. But anyway, I gotta fuck around and get double meat because you shook all the chicken off. You know? What were we even talking about? I'm hungry and I don't even know. I'm talking about chicken and shit. The black channel. Why do blacks always talk about chicken? Why do black people? What were we even talking about? I know I was saying, like, if you make the best fight. Oh, HBO. It's not rocket science. They shook all the chicken off the spoon. That's basically what I'm saying HBO did. They gave, like, you know, a healthy portion chicken to satisfy. And then they start, over the years, they start getting, like, less and less with the chicken. You know? That's what they start doing. HBO. I'm like, hey, you want a 4-part series? 24/7? Huh? No. Like, what you mean, no? We're giving you one. Like, what? One episode of 24/7? That ain't even a 24/7. That's a 12/6. What the fuck are you talking about? 24? You wasn't even filming for 24. Get this. This ain't even 24/7. That's a 12/6. Fuck that. What you talking about? Ain't no damn 24/7. How you 24/7? That's 7 days a week. You was there for one day because you cut the budget. What the fuck you mean? This ain't no 24/7. This is 24. You was there for one day and then you took your film crew and left and filmed. No, how the name don't see? That's what I'm saying. Like, I just thought of this right now. HBO, they start skimping on the chicken with the programming to the point where the name didn't even make sense. And now HBO boxing 24/7. It ain't even a 24/7. You didn't even film for a week. That might have been a 24/1. You know, 24/0, just 24, motherfucker. Like Kiefer Sutherland, 24. Ain't no 24/7. You cut the budget. They skimping on the chicken. That I told, like I said before. After Floyd left, 24/7. It went from 4 or 5 episodes or whatever it was to 1 episode, maybe none episode. Like, damn, we don't even get an episode. Did they do a 24/7 for Ward Kovalev? 1 or 2? Y'all let me know, cause I don't remember. Oh my gosh, Kane said 24 minutes and 7 seconds. Exactly, that's what it became. Ain't no fucking 24/7. That's like 7-Eleven. It be called 7-Eleven and they close at 9 p.m. That ain't no fucking 7-Eleven. That's the 7. You crapped out. Hey, what you talking about? 7-Eleven and they close. What you talking? You better stay open forever. That's why I like 7-Eleven. I be going there on the Vampire Stream. I go whenever I want and this shit open. They don't never close. And the person, no matter what time it is, they always be by the register too. They don't like be in the back. They just like, nah, I'm just gonna stand up for the rest of my shift. Yeah, 7-Eleven that closes. Like, get the fuck out of here. There ain't no 24/7. Name didn't even make sense for HBO anymore. That's like Showtime All Access and Deontay Wilder's like, get the fuck out of my camp. Like, this is like access denied. This ain't no fucking Showtime All Access anymore. That's what happened with with HBO boxing. Talking about 24/7. They didn't even do 24/7s for certain fights. That shit was the 0-0. And now, HBO Boxing presents Canelo versus Smith 0-0. Like, what the fuck is a 0-0? Nothing, motherfucker. We about to play All Eyes on Me, Tupac movie, and then Game of Thrones. Like, you're not even doing boxing no more. What I'm talking about. I'm just speaking the truth, people. I'm disappointer in Sean Porter. Were you trying to make that rhyme? Why'd you put the ER? I know Porter has an ER, but why'd you put disappointer? Shout out to Chicago, man. Shout out to Chirac. Y'all be safe. I just read, this is sad. It's not even like a funny, this is like not like a joke or not. Chicago had no deaths for 22 hours, and that was like record breaking. You know, there's like, oh, there have been no homicides in 22 hours. That's bad. When your city has, you know, so I hope it gets better out there. I just seen that clipping. It said no murders in 22 hours. Like that's a milestone. Like, why are you disappointed with Sean Porter? What happened? I mean, you guys keep saying you're disappointed. I don't even know what happened. They said he was with Eddie Hearns. What does that mean? Sitting at a fight? I don't, you guys not even speaking English. Like, I'm just hearing like snippets of several different stories. What happened? I didn't hear nothing. I know he's in Kiev for the WBC convention. Who said he signed to DAZN? Where'd you guys hear that? Because he sat with him, or it's announced? I never heard that. Where does it say he signed with him? I mean, that doesn't even make sense to me. I mean, if he goes with, You're a WPC champion, and all the action fights, the best money-making fights, are with Al Heyman. So, I mean, I don't really understand that. I have to hear more about that. I got to hear the details because that sounds weird. You know? Listen, if you, bottom line, whoever's doing what's right in boxing is going to show over time. And, you know, everybody else, that's what it was going to be. Like, the thing is, Errol Spence doesn't, if people don't step up and fight him, then no one can hold it against Errol Spence. Shout out to you, D. You know? See, this is what I'm talking about. If guys don't step up and fight Errol Spence, then I don't want to hear anyone say his resume is lacking. You know, Mikey Garcia, I heard, might fight Richard Comey. Purse bib. Spence say, I want all the smoke. So if Spence got to just fight whoever, it is what it is. Daniel Garcia's coming off a loss. I don't see him fighting Spence off a loss. Keith Thurman playing the flute. I don't know where he at. So don't tell. That's what I'm saying. You know, I just thought about something. Huh? I'm so hungry. I just thought about I had this. I'm sorry. Listen. I do a video. I give props to who I think deserves props. You know, I reward good behavior on my channel. Terrence Crawford, Spence, Luis Ortiz, Wilder, Fury. You know, whoever's doing right by boxing. You know. And for that, you know, some people say, oh, you're being biased and all this stuff. We're not worried about that. They're not going to switch our narrative based on, and you know, unless you can prove it wrong. But I give props to Errol Spence. They, oh, you're Errol Spence dick sucker. You love Errol Spence. Oh, you just love him. But I'm not being proven wrong. Who's trying to fight the man? You get what I'm saying? Like, who's like really like making boss moves? Like Keith Thurman, he's not like, man, I can't wait to get back. I'm about to destroy Spence after I get a tune-up. I don't even know when is Keith coming back? Nobody knows. When is Keith Thurman's return date? I'm not saying he won't come back this year. I just haven't heard it. I don't know. Sorry for fucking up the vibe, but we got to make sure new media stay pushing boxing towards another golden era. That means we got to get rid of fighters ducking. Man. Where's Keith Thurman at? Good fighter. Where are you at, though? I've heard more about Mayweather coming back, who's allegedly retired, than Keith Thurman. That's sad. 41-year-old Mayweather. We've heard more about, even if they're rumors. I've heard more rumors about a 41-year-old halfway, 1 foot out, 1 foot in, retired guy who already has nothing else to prove. I've heard rumors about his next fight and possible return dates. Him maybe fighting Broner. Him maybe rematching Pacquiao. Keith Thurman, I have heard zero. I heard something about Josecito Lopez. Not heard no date, nothing. Or they might try to put him on the Wilder fight. I haven't heard nothing. You know? So I have to question how bad he wants to come back. Boxing game is crooked. They condemn guys, but they know the reality of the situation. When Andre Ward fought Alexander Brand, they said, oh my gosh, why is he fighting him? I talked to Dre. He told me that they reached out to undefeated guys. I know some of the names. Well, that's so in the past. I'm not going to put it out there. They reached out to guys. Some were even undefeated. The guy was like, oh no, not now. And This is what happens often, more than you guys think. I know of certain situations, and I don't want to say too many names because it's not important, you know, but certain fights that were offered to people, and the guy, oh, and see, this is when you're an insider, like when you know, cover boxing and stuff, you'll know about these little situations where somebody will be like on Twitter, and this is why I say it's a crooked game, because on Twitter they might be like about it, like man, fuck you, John Doe, you a bitch, John Doe. And then when you know details behind the scenes from knowing people, then you're like looking at it, you're like, wow, he's doing all that on Twitter and making it look like he's down to fight the guy, but behind the scene he really isn't, you know, or she isn't, or whoever the fighter is. I know shit like that, you know. There really be people who like, so it just makes it look fake, because it's like, damn, he wigging out and like doing interviews and making it sound like, oh, I'll fight that dude in a heartbeat. Yeah, send the contract. But offers have been made, reasonable offers, and they're like, oh no, I'm looking in a different direction. We might fight this guy, or I want to tune up, or we're looking for something else. You know, it's just like, wow, like, you know, that's how it is. Bottom line, two guys really want to fight, both of them, and their teams want to make a fight, usually happen. Case in point, Wilder Fury. This shit was easily made. They weren't complaining about, I'm not taking the drug test, I don't want to do a press tour, I don't want to see your face, I don't like December as a date. You know, this shit just happened. Because the two want to fight each other. They want to prove something. That's usually what happens. Like let's say Ryan Garcia. That's my dude. I don't doubt that he would fight Gervonta Tank Davis. But will Golden Boy allow him to fight? Will they say, hey, this is the reasonable next move? You're selling out the StubHub. You know, you're getting all these views on Facebook. You have 1 million subscribers or followers or whatnot. This is the logical fight we want to put you in there with. So sometimes it's not the fighter, because that's an example where I think Ryan Garcia would fight Gervonta Tank Davis. I mean, I don't know for a fact. You know, both of them, those are my dudes. So any kind of beef they have, that's between them. But, you know, I haven't seen nothing in Ryan where it looks like he absolutely wouldn't fight. I'm not talking about if you think it'd be a good fight for him or styles. I'm not even breaking that down. I'm just talking about, do you think he's down to fight? And I would say, yeah. He hasn't showed me anything otherwise. But is your team down to make that fight? You know? So that could also be an issue. The Wilder, listen. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna play something for y'all. Y'all want me to play something about Joshua Wilder? If y'all want me to play it, can I get a hell yeah in the comment section? I'll play it. If y'all want me to play that, the latest and greatest, can I get a hell yeah? I'm trying to eat the rest of the Slim Jim. That's all the energy we got in this stream. Y'all gotta smash the like button too. Y'all gotta wake up. We don't get tired. We working. We need more than that. We need more. We need more action. I'm gonna play it for y'all. This is Shelly Finkel, Wilder's co-manager.
So, it hasn't really been discussed before. We got, or Deontay got, a text from...
Can y'all hear that? Can you guys hear that? If you can hear it clear, put yes. I'm trying to get as close. Can y'all hear it?
Let me give you a little sequence so it hasn't really been discussed before. We got, or Deontay got, a text from Joshua. He said, please send me personally the offer. This was after Eddie keeps talking and everything. And show me how it'll all be done. Give me all the details. We did. We sent it to him. The same day I was meeting with Barry in New York. He knew nothing about it. After the meeting, we sent it to Joshua. 2 days later, Barry calls me. He says, I didn't know that you were sending this to Joshua. I said, no, Deontay did because he personally asked for it. And in it, it explained how the money would be shown. We had the money. Look, so if you know who I am and you know who Al is, and we've been in the business the amount of years we've been, we have never, ever, once not come up with money. Just let me give you a little...
So I don't know how clear it was for you guys, but to summarize it, Shelly Finkel says that between Wilder exclusively and AJ, they were doing like a G Money Scotty side deal, and Joshua said, hey, I'm interested. I'm interested in what you guys are talking about. Send it to me directly. So Finkel says he put together whatever info, gave it to Wilder, and Wilder sent it to AJ, right? He says Eddie Hearn was saying all this stuff about the money ain't being real and stuff, and this was going on behind the scenes. This is what Wilder's co-manager is alleging. Then he says that he met up with Barry in New York, whatever, discussed the parameters of the fight. Then he said Barry Hearn hit him up. He said Barry Hearn hit him up, and he basically said, hey, I didn't know you were contacting Joshua, kind of trying to investigate. And he said, I didn't contact him. Wilder did that. Him and AJ had their own dialogue, so Wilder sent him. He said, so all this notion of the 50 million not being real, what are they talking about? Because basically AJ got the information that he needed to know they were serious about the offer. And you got to ask yourself, hold on, I got to charge my phone. You got to ask yourself, why would Barry Hearn, if that story, unless Finkel's just lying, why would Barry Hearn call inquiring like, oh, hey, I didn't know you were gonna contact Joshua? So to me, it sounds like some discord with AJ and Eddie Hearn and how they're handling stuff, right? Because it sounds like Eddie Hearn and Barry are doing what they want and managing his career, and he was open to maybe fighting as the fighter and maybe taking the 50 mil, but they're advising against him. But listen, a lot of people, I've suspected this for a while, but it's still AJ's fault. Here's why. You are the top earner at Matchroom. They are using you to spearhead DAZN. You were the first big fight that is on DAZN since it's been released in the US on the paid app, not like DAZN's Facebook, right? So you're still responsible. If you can't get what you want out of deals with your team, and the offers are made, and you're gonna let Eddie Hearn run around and say the money ain't real and we never got proof of funds, and then later when Blue Blood pull up on you and the DAZN kickoff shit in New York, and he say, hey, but what about the 50 mil? And he's like, hey, I didn't see my bank account change. What are you talking about? So he's still in on it. You get what I'm saying? Because what do you mean your bank account didn't change? You never took the deal. Why would your bank account change if your team pretty much persuaded you not to do it and you didn't get the fight? Why would your bank... You see, that's why I told you, I don't know who's writing AJ's lines or if he's just thinking of all this stuff to say himself, but it doesn't sound good because it doesn't it doesn't make sense. Like, hey, like I told you, let's say I got hired to go film, as an extra cameraman in Los Angeles, and they're gonna give me, let's say, $1,000, and I was considering it, but then I decide, I don't want to go to LA, so I don't feel like filming. And then someone asked me, hey, why didn't you go and film in LA? That was an easy $1,000. And I'm like, hey, my bank account never changed. Doesn't even make sense. Of course your bank account didn't change because you didn't go film. The paying gig was for me to go film in LA for $1,000. So when someone's asking, you can't pull the card of, my bank account has never changed. Of course it didn't change because you didn't accept the offer. You didn't accept the job. You didn't accept the gig. So, stuff like that doesn't even make sense. I never understood why Joshua would even say stuff like that. Or you listen to a 10-minute interview, right? And you took this much. They still took a portion out of the interview that you said. They took lines out of what you said. So it's not like, like you're Marshall Mathers and Slim Shady and you can't be held accountable for what Slim Shady says. You're still the same person. They took it from the same interview. Whether they took 10 seconds, 30 seconds, a 1 second snippet, it's still what you said. It doesn't make sense. Oh, the money, my bank account never changed. Of course it never changed. You didn't take the job. See, and this is what Kane brought up something. He said, didn't Joshua say let's roll? That's another indication that Joshua sounds like he was interested, but he allowed his team to speak on behalf and say, hey, trust us, we got this and stuff. And at some point, you got to grab the bull by the horns and be like, man, I'm out here looking crazy in these streets based on what you guys are telling. I could beat this guy. Let me get that work. Canelo did it. De La Hoya is on record on Showtime's All Access for the Edeslandi Lada. I don't know what episode it was. He admits, I did not want Canelo to face Edeslandi Lada. But Canelo was so pissed that Lada jumped on stage after the Angulo performance. He said, make the fucking fight, Oscar. Fight happened. It's that simple. So Joshua is not exempt from blame, because if either he wants to fight and he's just he's just going with another man or Barry or Eddie Hearns or someone else's vision for him and stuff, even though it doesn't coincide with his, you gotta step on the gas, smash on the gas and be like, yeah, I respect you guys. I know you guys have great intel, but yeah, I'm looking crazy in these streets because everyone's saying I'm ducking and I want to knock this guy out. Make the fight. I got this. We all gonna eat and make a lot of money, even make money in a rematch. But that's not what he's doing. So if you're going with the flow, then that means you're part of it. It's just like if, let's say I kicked it with 4 other people and they was robbing banks and I'm the getaway driver. You think I'm not going to do no years? I'm going to do years too for being an accomplice, an accessory. I'm part of their operation. Now, I might not have went in the bank and pistol whipped an old lady or, off-duty cop or something, but I'm still helping them burn the car and peeling out when it's time to leave, knowing what they just did, So that's AJ. Some way, somehow, he is involved with the fight not happening because, you got to just say, hey, we got to make this fight. Lennox Lewis said the same thing I'm saying. You can't let Eddie Hearn and Barry Hearn have their well wishes and try to string you along. You're not a slave, and you're the biggest earner, so you should have some stake in the company or some say-so in your own career. Look at Conor McGregor. He got the proper 12 Irish whiskey, and now it's going to be part of the promotion behind the UFC because Conor is the UFC in terms of like the biggest earner. Ronda Rousey made a lot of money, but she's wrestling now. So these companies, they gotta look after their biggest earners. You think Al Heyman doesn't realize Floyd Mayweather's the biggest earner? So he's not gonna listen to Floyd, what Floyd wants to do a little bit, knowing he's made so much money with his biggest earner, Floyd Mayweather. So either way, Joshua is not exempt in all of this. Kenny Linder says if Tyson Fury gets knocked out, then it's gonna never happen. I wouldn't say never, because each fight that goes on is gonna look worse and worse for Joshua. If whether Fury gets knocked out or just loses a decision, if Wilder wins, you know, really, whoever wins, he's gonna have to see the winner. Period. Even if it goes 12 rounds, bro, he has to fight them. It's too late. That's like Canelo. No matter what he did, his name was already synonymous with Triple G for years. So he could have kept fighting Amir Khans and Liam Smith and, Liam and all this part. But the pressure was the longer he didn't fight Triple G, it's going to always haunt him. So I don't believe that. I don't believe it. Even if he knocks him out, they may not want to fight him, but the pressure is going to be like, you're going to start seeing more. Brendan Schaub says something similar. You're going to see more and more people lose interest in supporting. I'm telling you, I've been doing this so long. I study. You've already seen it with the Alexander Povetkin fight. If you really think about it, Povetkin is not his worst opponent. You know, Povetkin is a respected guy. I mean, despite the failed drug test, but in terms of what he brings to the table as a fighter and a gold medalist, he's a good fighter. In fact, that fight is better than several Joshua fights in terms of who you're fighting, what Povetkin had accomplished, what he brings to the table style-wise, and the fact that he's an Olympic gold medal. You know, I knew Povetkin would be a harder fight than Dominic Brazil, than Charles Martin, you know, etc. for Joshua, Eric Molina. So those fights were selling out no problem. But now all of a sudden it's getting harder. Oh, we can't sell these coach packages. It's because people are going to become more and more disinterested. So if you keep trying to push Wilder to the side and, you know, Joshua versus Dillian White and all that, I mean, good luck. You know, that's it. Good luck. Because people are going to grow tired of that. And what makes it worse is fights like Wilder versus Fury, because fans see two big-ass Goliath heavyweights who both have a 0, and they're risking it all. I don't care if people say the promotion looks fake, if it's staged. I don't give a fuck about none of that. Come fight night, you will have two champion-level guys. You know, Fury's not a champion because of his own shortcomings or whatever. But you're going to have two top-rated guys risking their O. So fuck the fake promotion and stage, all that. That's what it is. You know? So that makes it worse. Now, if everybody in your division is not making any type of good fights, that's one thing. But it's going to grow more and more obvious when you have two top guys risking it. You just had Wilder fight Luis Ortiz, who nobody want to fight, knocks him out in a tough fight. And then he's fighting Tyson Fury. So if he gets past him, Joshua's going to have to fight him. Or if Fury gets past, Fury's the underdog here. So if Fury upsets Wilder, Joshua has to fight him. And you already heard Barry Hearn thinking of list of excuses for even Fury now. He said, oh, I just don't think Tyson Fury will be in the position. So if he, as an underdog, once again does his magic and outboxes and thoroughly beats Wilder, you're gonna really tell me that he don't deserve an opportunity? Get all the way out of here. You know? So this is really a matter of time. New media's on the case, and I told you we were gonna see this thing through. No matter what the outcome is, we're gonna see the thing through. You know, no one's expecting the best fight non-stop and no breaks, but based on what Joshua's team has said and what they said they want, you gotta fight Wilder Fury winner. You know, and if you didn't want to, if you want to just see, all this could be avoided by telling the truth. Because once you tell the truth, you almost become exempt. Like, okay, let's say I had a girlfriend and I cheat on her, and she's like, "Did you cheat on me?" And I'm like, "Yep." I mean, what? Did you cheat? I just told you, yeah, I cheated. Now she can only do, the only thing she could do, because I already told her I cheated on her, only thing she could do is like react and get mad and address the facts. Do you get what I'm saying? We don't have to go back and forth and a bunch of lies and, you know, back and forth trying to get to the truth. I just told you. Tell me right now, did you fucking cheat on me? Yes. I cheated. So the only thing you can do from that point, when it's admitted that openly, is to work from there. Same thing with Joshua. If he says, "Oh, yo, I'm these guys started boxing when I was in preschool," or whatever he keeps saying, and I want more fights before I fight him, okay. People are gonna just take it for what it is, just like Keith Thurman. Okay, cool, you said that. Now it's just like people know what it is. But the moment you want to go tit for tat and make it sound like you really want the fight, and you know you wanted 50 million, you would take it. Now it's already, Pandora's box is already open. You get what I'm saying? It's already open. You said you wanted to fight. You've been saying, "Oh, Wilder, I'm gonna fuck him up. He's too little for me. It's mad. He doesn't weigh enough." So now you've already gone too far. But if you would have just been like, "Yeah, I'm still building. I'm not really worried about the guys. We'll link up in the future," then people would have just had to accept it for what it is. You know, that's like Keith Thurman. You see how people perception of Keith Thurman is right now. It's not necessarily the best, but he was truthful. He said his piece. People already moved on. You know, the Keith Thurman Spence was like the talking point of several videos. Now people are talking about Spence fighting Mikey Garcia, Spence fighting Sean Porter, Spence fighting Terrence Crawford. You know why? Because Keith Thurman, in essence, just bowed out and told people several times in multiple videos in multiple ways, "I'm not fighting Errol Spence anytime soon." So we move on. You already made your bed. We know how you feel. You have no interest in fighting Spence anytime soon. So, you know, what are we going to do? Sit there and cry? Okay. You know, so people are going to react how they want, do what they want regarding that situation, and then they move on. It's that simple. So if Joshua and his team wasn't ready for the fight, then they probably shouldn't have said, "Hey, just give me 50 mil and, oh, I'm going to knock him out, I'm going to fuck him up, and I really want to fight him. I don't even want to fight Pavett." It's like they've gone too far. There's too many let's roll and all this shit. It's too much has happened. So, you know, you can't back off the blocks now. But initially, I'm telling you, that's how you avoid the problem in the future. You've already, like, committed. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, that's the stream. I just hit that 2-hour mark. Make sure you guys smash the like button. We just working, people. I'm glad the stream was clear. I don't think we had the issues. How was it? Was the stream clear with no issues? I told you I think I fixed the problem. It didn't keep going in and out with the lag, at least on my end. So you guys let me know if the stream was clear, if it came through right, because we had several problems earlier. Shout out to a couple people who super chatted on this particular episode. Everybody's shooters. Clear, no problems. Shout out to D, because D was here. That's what I'm saying. We're always trying to strive to get better. So I appreciate you. I got some things that I'm working on in the process. That's why I'm trying to moderate how long I do these live streams, because I got a lot of stuff. I got, the podcast with the homies coming out. Make sure you guys check it out. Updates coming soon. It's Eater Starve Pod on Instagram. You guys can head over there and start following us to get, updates and stuff. I got a bunch of gear just came from Amazon. We really just taking things to the next level, doing things our way, real boss shit. Never no exaggeration. We just making boss moves, and it feels good, feels great. Appreciate you guys for rocking with me. Always trying to, improve and just get better. But I had this waiting for me today. Oh shit. Y'all need to know who I got on Snapchat and all that. But look at all that. Look. Ain't it pretty? Don't it look pretty? Look at all the impact. Yeah, we got some new gear. So I'm gonna start playing with that. We moving on up like the Jeffersons. Holla at the kid. Shout out to all y'all. Peace out.